I was in a relationship. I mean, the relationship was on the rocks anyway. But that's no excuse for what I've done. Never in a month of Sundays. I'm a horrible person for doing it, right? But I was speaking to a couple of women off the app, right? That got outed. Tony called me the worst of the worst. Said literally I was a horrible person. That she wished me unalived. But when people asked her, people was quizzing her, trying to get things out of her against me, because obviously I had a lot of enemies at the time. And said to her, "Oh, has he ever laid hands on you? Has he ever hit you?" And she constantly said no. She even went in a box and said, "That's one thing he's never done. He's said things nasty and he's done things, but he's never once laid his hands on me." And she said this to multiple people, and that was the time that she hated me the most. She absolutely detested me then. You've seen what it was like back then. She was in every box to slate me, but never once said that I ever laid hands on her. It's just frustrating. And there's another question tonight, and I've wanted to see the positives in it, but I can't. Oh, for fuck's sake, man, grow up. Right. Tonight I thought, you know what? Fair play to Pearl. And I'm going to be honest, I thought, as much as I'm upset and angry that she didn't believe me, I thought, if she truly believed that, then she was standing up for a woman. And I thought, you know what? And there was the positive. I thought, you know what? She's standing up for a woman. So how oh my voice, man. How can I be angry at Pearl when she's standing up for a woman? And then I thought the bigger picture, right? And I thought to myself, if Pearl's really done that and really cared about the woman, there's one question I've got to ask, and I want an answer to it. Bringing it to the app, right, if she really thought and cared about this woman's safety, and I'm this horrible, aggressive, angry man, doing this online could put that woman in more danger. If I was this person that you've made me out to be online, you could have put that woman in further danger going online and doing that. But I'm not that person. So then I asked the question, it must have been done out of maliciousness. It must have been done out of maliciousness, because if you really believe that woman had gone through that ordeal with me, then you wouldn't have gone live and done that, because that woman's safety would have been your priority. You know that I was so aggressive and angry and all this thing, you would have gone, you know what, I'm not going to speak about that online, because you've got to think about go to the police, but none of that's been done. None of that's been done, and I don't want any hate to go to Pearl, I really genuinely don't, but I just don't understand it. I really don't understand it. It just seems to be that everyone all day has been coming for me, and I've done fuck all. All day people been going left and right. And like I said, yeah, I was in a relationship, and yeah, there was times there was arguments, and yeah, it was toxic and that. But people are saying people are scared to speak out when they're with someone, and also that, and I understand that, right? But I wasn't in the household. I was living away from her. I wasn't there at the time. And all this stuff. So when people are saying that, oh, yeah, but it's trauma bond and all that stuff. What trauma bond? There was no DV. There was none of that ever going on in that relationship. When people talk about this TV and this and that, Alex admitted to that. Let me be honest with you now. Right? Everything in that household I paid for. Right? And there's been situations where she's going, get out of the house, and I'm saying I'm taking my stuff, and she's going, you're not taking it, even though I've got all the receipts to everything, you know what I mean, on my phone, where I bought them from, like Curry's, Argos, or wherever I bought things from. I've paid for all that stuff, and I purposely said, I don't want to leave you and the children without any stuff in the household. I've said it, I've even got text messages to prove it. I've said I'm not going to take it, but you know what, sometimes it got very vindictive. And making out that, oh, you've got to start again now, and laughing at me and all that stuff. And you know what? the one time it was in the pitch black. I was in the bedroom, she was in the other room, and I dashed my phone in the dark, and it hit the side of the TV, and the TV broke. There you go. Do you want to know? So if you want to make out to be, oh, I'm this a massive aggressor and I'm really angry, well, there you go. There you go. That's what happened. And I'm pretty sure I've got messages to prove it. I'll have to look back because it was fucking hell. Yeah, a couple of years ago or something. I'd have to have a look. Right. And, do you know what? It's just hard, man. It's just hard. Like I said, it's just... honestly, this whole thing that's been spun today is not true at all. Never laid my hands on her. Like I said, I wasn't in a DV relationship, and what I did say is true. There's been 2 occasions what I can think of when it's never like full on like proper bomb me up or anything. You know, one of the times when I laughed in her face because okay. You know, it's like something happened. I can't even actually remember what happened, but I remember laughing at her in her face and that was one of the times. But like I said, I'm more of a person that, like, if there's ever an altercation and an argument, I'd go in the other room and stuff to get away from it because I don't want to be arguing. It's just boring, isn't it? Like, it's just boring. It really is. But like I say, if you really genuinely believe that I've done that, please save yourself then, because you must think I'm a real bad person, and just block me. Just block me, and the truth will prevail anyway. The truth will come out. I know it don't, mess. I know it don't. But I can assure you now, I could swear on anything. I could do a lie detector and everything. It would not affect me. But I have not laid hands on that woman. Never. In 10 years, I've never laid hands on that woman. Yeah, of course she's made me angry. Of course we've said things, and there's been horrible things, you know. There's been things where I've said like, I wish you're not here anymore, and she said the same, I wish you're dead, and it's like it gets like, when you talk about a toxic relationship, there was probably about 4 major arguments in 10 years, I'd say, where we'd split up and we'd end up getting back together. But it wasn't as bad as, it wasn't a really, really bad toxic relationship. There was arguments and whatnot, but you know what, all this about, this has been done out of spite. This has been done out of spite, and like I said, I don't know hate going to people, because that's what I mean. When I first thought of it, I thought, you know what, I don't want no hate to Pearl. First thought of it, I thought, you know what, I don't want no hate to Pearl, right? Because, you know what, if she actually does believe a woman has gone through that, then at the end of the day, I'd do the same. Everyone else would do the same, surely, to protect a victim. But then I asked myself the question, why bring it to TikTok? Why not try and safeguard her and say, tell her to go to the police? Why would you take it to TikTok? If I'm a monster and I'm an aggressive, horrible person, that I live really close to her, I don't understand why you'd bring it to the app, knowing that the fact is you could put that woman in danger. It's upsetting, you know, because I really thought, you know what, I had a lot of love for Pearl, you know, really did, really thought really highly of that woman. In fact, she was probably one of the only ones that I thought like that really was on the same wavelength as me. Never shown aggression to any woman on the app, and people saying, oh, we showed aggression to women on this app. Where? Show me a live. Or show me a clip where I've been aggressive to a woman on this app. You know, in 3 years. Show me where I've really gone at a woman. Just show me. That's all I'm asking for. And then people talk about control. I don't understand where people was mentioned earlier in Angie's live. And I know Angie was playing devil's advocate, and that's Angie for you. And, you know, in fair play to her, she did call out a few things. And thank you, Torian, as well, and people seeing actual sense. There's loads of people I could thank. You got Stace. There's so many people I could thank. Honestly, the messages, I really, really appreciate all the messages, and I will thank you. It's been overwhelming, the messages, and that, you know, it just goes to show there is actually people that are willing to listen to a man's side when it comes to this, because it's damaging. It's really, really damaging. It's just I just don't know anymore. The app gets is when you try and do something good, bring something back, and then it's always this. I don't know how long this was known for, or when this was actually said, or when these lies were told to Pearl. I don't even know. And why wait now? I don't understand it all. Ash, I understand digital footprint, but I've done nothing wrong. You know what? And I have to give credit where credit's due. Two other people I want to thank as well. Zach the Brat. Believe it or not, Corey Wild. It's just, yeah, big level to up. It's just, I don't know, man. I've not seen Sophie Bailey. I haven't seen that, so I can't thank her. I've not seen it, but if she has stuck up for me, then thank you. But I haven't. I just really had. I haven't done it. I promise you. But yeah, no hate. I don't want no hate to Pearl. I know people are going to be outraged and disgusted that it's been brought to the app, but I don't want any hate to. I really genuinely don't want any hate to Pearl at all. Like I say, I don't know the reasoning why she's done it. I really don't. I thought we had a friendship where she would have reached out to me and said, "I've heard this, Alex. Do you think?" Or, I don't know. I don't know. Did Miss Red reach out? No, Miss Red's be in bed anyway. I don't know. It's upsetting, It is upset. I'm really, really upset. I didn't want all this. I tried to, when me and Pearl fell out, I didn't really want to talk about this, but when me and Pearl fell out, I tried to reach out to her because some things didn't make sense. Obviously now there's certain things come to light, but some of the things aren't true. I'm not calling Pearl a liar. I think she's kind of confused on a couple of things. It's some things she's kind of correct on, but some of the things she's got things wrong, and I would have liked to explain a couple of things to her that she's got wrong there, and it's made me look worse and made me look bad. Like the joking and saying I was winding mind games. Right. Anyone that's been a friend of me on this app since they've known me, right, will tell you. Any genuine friend that's been around with me and been with me for years on this app, I am a wind-up merchant. I will wind you up and say things are going on and then say I'm only joking. I do it all the time. I've done it with every single friend I've been with. I don't know, and do you know what? It's probably poor timing back at this time because of obviously what was going on with EQ and Red. It was probably really poor timing for me to make jokes, and I'll hold my hands up there 100%. But it's what I do. It's what I do, I just wind people up. I play games, but it's not like I'm mentally trying to mindfuck people. I'm just being me, and I'm trying to have a laugh and make jokes about the situation. But the one thing that I have to correct here is, and I'm not going to go into it because it's not my business, right? The situation when Pearl told me what she was going down for, right? I said to Pearl, thank you, Lisa. I said to Pearl that it's not even a serious charge. Don't worry about that, and I swear that to you. Even if she wants to go and look back on when she sent me her court papers over, look at the emoji on it. There's a laughing face, because then she phoned me after and I said, "Is that all you get in charge?" I'm not going to get into it. It's not my business. However, that's the situation. So I think she's a bit confused there. She's talking about previously, before that, when she was saying, when she first told me that she was obviously the situation. I know I made a joke and said, "Oh my God, you'd be looking for, in ages in jail." And then I said, "No, I'm only joking." And then when I found out what she was going for, I told her straight away that she's got nothing to worry about. It's nothing to worry about. She'll be fine. So I think she's a little bit. She's not lying, but she's confused in that situation. When actually found out properly what she's getting done for, I instantly told her that it's nothing to worry about and she'll be fine. So, I am. What's that about? Thank you all about the FYP. I've seen a clip for the first time with Laura, and my mouth dropped. I've never had seen it before. Oh no, but mistakes have been made by a lot of people on this app, and the fact of the matter is, it's like she's telling everyone you said she would get 5 years. The thing is, Juju Mouse, that was said, right, when she first said that she was going to court, right, I was winding her up, said, oh my god, you'll be looking for thingy jack, but I corrected it very, very fast, like within the matter of minutes. Well, I'd say in a matter of minutes. I said to her, nah, I'm only joking. I said, depends what you're actually going to get charged for, but I said, you won't be going to jail anyway, I know that for a fact. And then when I actually found out, when she sent me the paperwork, do you know what, it's her business, I don't want to go over it, because all I'm going to say is, once I know what she was getting charged for, I told her straight away that she got nothing to worry about at all, and I even laughed at it. So, thank you, Ulysses Martha. Do you know what it is, Lady Nicola? I just want people to see it for what it is. I want people to see the truth. Yeah, okay, people have seen me have a go at, like, Angie, and we've had it back and forths and that, right? But that doesn't mean I'm a DV perpetrator. It doesn't make me an abuser, no matter what people say. Yeah, okay, I've been a bit mouthy and I've done things, but you know what? Never been aggressive to a woman on this app. Never threatened a woman. I've never done anything like that. Do you really think I could have masked myself for 2.5 years or 3 years on this app? Thank you, Kitty Cat. Do you think I could have masked my real self for 3 years on this app and not once have an outburst where people have gone, oh, he's very, you know, he's got a temper and he's a bit thingy towards women. Show me a clip in 3 years. Show me a clip in 3 years where I've jumped down a woman's throat and said things and threatened her or done anything. You won't find it because it's not me. It's the last 10 years of my life, right? When I first got with Tony, right, I was a little shit. I was always out drinking, fighting, just being me, just being a Jack the lad, you know what I mean? And I really calmed down, and it took me a lot of time to become the person I am now. I'm calm. I just can't be arsed with it. Yeah, okay, I say, you know what, let's get in a boxing ring and all that stuff. I'll pull up at your house, right? I don't want to do that, you know? That was me 10 years ago. That was me 10 years ago, where I'd be pulling up at people's houses and stuff and that. And you know what? I don't want to be that person anymore. Thank you, Patricia. I just don't want to. Let Twinkle in. She has proof.
Oh, did you mean to get me in?
Yeah, do you know I did, yeah. You're right, Twinkle.
Yeah. Do you know what I think is frustrating a lot of people as well? Is when she turned round and said, I will never believe a man over a woman. That's naughty.
It's just hard, and like I said, I don't want to dig people out, because the importance
But
here
Alex,
is me.
Stop being Mr. Nice Guy all the time. Stop being Mr. Nice Guy. What she's done to you tonight? And you're saying, but I don't want anyone to be horrible to her.
But the thing is, Twinkle, as
You're
much
too
as
kind, Alex. You're too
as much as this has really upset me and annoyed me, still got a lot of love for Reno. It's mad.
That is mad.
It is mad. It is.
That's fucking sad, Alex. I'm sorry.
No, it is. It
But
is.
you think so much of that woman, and she's done that to you tonight. Absolutely disgusting. Please don't ever say you will ever go back there, because if someone can do that to you, Alex, on live, I don't know how many people were in her live, to do that and to say, I would never take a man's word over a woman's. And you were good friends with her.
I know, that's the one thing that really I couldn't understand, you know.
Yeah, and it must be killing you, Alex, TikTok shop. It just must be so bloody awful to have what you called a good friend to do that to you. Absolutely disgusting, and anybody that follows it is, well, good luck to you. And I'll tell you what, Alex, there is a lot of people behind you, a lot of people, and creators.
I know.
All it is a woman scorned. End of. It's jealousy.
But like I said, if she genuinely did believe it and that, like, then like, who am I to judge? If she genuinely believed that a woman had gone through that, like, it's the question. Like I said, the only question I'd be asking in there is like, why would you if you really thought and cared about the woman? But for me, like, if she really genuinely believed in that, me. I try and see the two sides of it.
Stacey is saying that you can show her proof if you want to. Now,
I think
the thing that gets me in that proof is when she says he wouldn't dare. Now, to me, that's sounding...
And Angie's already shown it or spoke about it on a live, didn't she?
No.
She did. She said the exact same thing. Angie must have received it off someone earlier because she spoke exactly what...
Stacey put it in a post, but it wasn't Stacey's post, so nobody knew it was Stacey. Whereas a lot of people believe Stacey, but they didn't believe that because it had 45 followers. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay.
So they didn't know it was Stacey, and a lot of people believe what she says because she don't biz about, does she? And that was Stacey talking to her.
No, all about the FYP. I've got a new number. But message me.
But please stop being so
I want all the FYPs here, guys. If you remember the live back in the day, can you really, really look for them? Because I know I've got people on it looking for it. But there's about two separate videos from two separate lives from two separate days where Tony's in the box and people are questioning her, and these are people that don't like me. And people are saying, oh, he's like this, he's like that, I told you about Alex and that. And she's like, yeah, but the one thing he hasn't never done is, because I was asking him, has he ever hurt you? Has he ever laid his hands on you? And Tony was in the box going, no, that's one thing he's never done.
Yeah, 100% she said that.
Alex, show Stacey's proof. Let me just get it up. I've done it.
I can't see that. I don't know.
Has he ever been? Has he ever been abusive to you? From what I've read, sounds like he's got a temper. Nah, never touched me ever. He wouldn't dare. He's got a vile temper.
He wouldn't dare. Why wouldn't he dare? Look at me, I'm saying like I'm bleeding cool. But people would read that as if, why wouldn't he dare? To me, that's saying something like, because he knows what he'd get back.
This is someone messaging Tony when it all went off before. So, like I say, if I am that person, then
you're not that person.
Then, like, there you go.
I've ever heard. We were saying in my live earlier. I've only ever heard you go off once, and that was with Irish Kel when the last time. That's the only time I've ever heard you sort of be like that.
Yeah, and she's
that
going.
One time when she was crying.
She's gone live and said that Tony was in a refuge. Tony has never been in a refuge. She needs to stop. She needs to stop smoking the things. Tony has never ever left that property ever in a month of Sundays. What is she on about, Irish Kelly? Fucking weird, man. It's weird, mate. This is what people making up lies now to try and make me seem bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alyssa's Martha, it was that was the time. Yeah, Trudy, when we split before, when all that stuff came out, like when the cheating thing, there was people, the people that was really hated me and they were getting her in lives and saying to Tony, and Tony got in the box and there was going, oh, has he ever done that? And she's gone, no, he's been involved with his mouth. We both have, but there's one thing he's not done. He's never laid a hand on me. He's never, because there was questioners saying, has he ever raised his hand or put his hands on you? And she said multiple times, no, he's never. She's told multiple people off the app as well. That's one thing he's never done. He's laid his hands on me. Yeah, he's had a go at me and we've had nasty exchanges, but that's about it. Never once have I laid my hands on her.
People are asking, do you remember roughly what month it was?
Oh, do you know what?
Well, it would have been when you split up. So what month did you split up?
I don't know. I don't even know, because remember we split up again. We got back together, didn't we?
Yeah.
We got back together.
God, it's got to have been a year ago, isn't it?
Yeah, well over a year ago, yeah. I think it was around about January, maybe. January last year.
October, Stacey's saying.
February, something like that.
No, it should never have been brought onto TikTok, Shelley. 100%.
Can you hear me, sweetheart?
Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you,
Right,
observer.
I know we had a fallout, okay? I'm not getting into it, but listen to me, Alex. Just remember, me, you, and Tony had a conversation, and we've had many, many phone conversations, right?
Yeah.
This is just all BS,
Yeah, I know that anyway.
alright?
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say to you. Give me a ring tomorrow, okay? I know we don't talk anymore, but I've got your back on this one.
I appreciate it, Oren.
And I have, Alex. I've had conversations with you, sweetheart.
Yeah, I know.
Alright?
Yeah, thank you, Oren. Appreciate it.
Alright, my love. I'm going to go now anyway because this has really pissed me off.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you, Oren.
Alright, take care. Hi, Twinkle.
hiya, Irene.
Right, I'll see you soon, darling. Take care. Ring me
Thank
tomorrow, Alex.
All right, cheers, Oren.
Bye, my love.
I know, AJ. I appreciate. It's just honestly, it's just hard.
Hold on, someone, Alia, whatever that is, what is that? About the something. Please read my messages. I can help you more than you realise.
I will. I'll get back to you.
All about the FYP. There's me going, Alia. All about the FYP.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. There's a few people saying they've got messages for me to look at as well. So, which proves that that she told them that is one thing. And one of the messages she sends saying, "You reckon my family would let him lay his hands on me?"
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I said, I'm just waiting for everything to be sent over to me, and like I say, I'm going to prove my innocence. It's just hard, It's hard because this is why some people don't speak out, and I'm not even playing any sympathy cards here. This is why men don't speak out, because instantly it's like we believe a woman over a man, and it's not right,
No.
It's not right because men suffer as well, Men do.
Mm-hmm.
Observer, I'll message you. It's just, honestly, like I said, I didn't want to go and explain my relationship and what's going on in my relationship and all this stuff. Like I say, I'm never going to say that I was innocent in a relationship. We've had arguments, and
Everybody does.
people going, "Oh, but you broke teeth." Everything in that flat was mine, even though I said to her she can keep it because obviously I didn't want to see her and the kids go without when we split up. Everything was mine in that property. Everything. I bought everything. And I have the receipts for literally everything.
The thing is, it should never have been brought to the app. What should have happened is they should have had a private call with you and asked you and said, "Look, this is what I've heard." Boom, 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 and let you say your side of the story. And that's where it's all gone wrong.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
And exactly like Shelley said, you shouldn't have to tell people. Why should you bring it on here and tell all of us? It's none of our business.
Well, that's what I mean. But when someone else says, "Boy," I don't. I'm not even going to blame anyone. I'm just going to try. All I've got to do is prove me.
You might say that, but I think a lot of people are going to blame someone.
I'm just going to just prove my innocence, and that's all I can do, literally. And then if people really genuinely believe, then please unfollow me, please block me. Don't have nothing to do with me. But don't worry. I've seen and I've been sent things. I've been sent screenshot after screenshot after screenshot of people in the chats.
Yeah.
I know who you are, and a lot of them have been in my life. And you will never, ever, ever get back in this room. Ever. You'll never ever get in these rooms again. You'll have nothing to do with me, because I can assure you now, right, what you've done is alienate things. And you're not just that as well. I've seen the people in the chat saying, oh, I know he would have done this, like, he's just the type. I've seen this.
Yeah.
Tony mentioned this years ago. Well, not really. That's impossible, because if Tony mentioned it years ago, well, that's a bit funny, that is, because the argument only was only just over a year ago when we split up. So just stop making lies up about me. Stop lying about me. Stop making rumours up. There's one thing, right? There's one thing I'm not, is that I can be a bit mouthy, I can be whatever. Yeah, I've been aggressive, but not in the way you think. And people talk about control. Do you know when it comes to control and that? I don't believe in, me personally, when it comes to that, I'm not that person, because I'm a firm believer is if your girlfriend or your wife or vice versa, your husband or your boyfriend is going to cheat, they're going to cheat either way. And stuff like that. So it's and you control them, they're more likely to do it anyway. I don't control. I let people run free and do whatever they want. Don't question it. I'm not bothered. And there is some other personal things, but I'm not going to get into on this about a relationship, because it's not for TikTok. But all I will say is no, I'm not going to get into it. But all I'm going to say, there's definitely I was an innocent party in some things in the relationship that I got blamed for, which was I could prove very, very fast. But you know what? It's not for TikTok, and it's something that happened to me before. And I just took it. I took the wrath of the app, and everyone was going at me saying you're the worst of the worst. But you know what? Like I said, it's just not for the app. And I don't know hate to anyone. I just find it very, very strange how it all came about. I know Shadow Nikki, but you know what it was? It wasn't a bad relationship for 10 years. There was, like I said, 4 moments, or probably in the whole of the 10 years, where we'd had arguments and split up, and then I'd be back there probably a few weeks later, a couple of weeks later, you know what I mean? Well, yeah. Torian, 100%, and thank you for actually kind of seeing it for what it was.
Yeah, she was in Angie's earlier, wasn't she?
It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's gonna play on your mind for quite a while, Alex. This is. You're going to keep going over why did she do this? Why did she say that? Why? And it's going to be a natural thing for you to do that.
Yeah, well.
But you've got a lot more support than what you realise.
I just think Tony's made it. The thing is, Tony's made Pearl look stupid.
Yeah.
Tony's made Pearl look stupid, and there's no other way of.
I think Pearl's made herself look stupid.
Yeah, there's no even way. Like, the fact of the matter is, she's made Pearl look stupid, because Pearl's thinking she's looking out for someone, and unfortunately, it's not the truth at all. Couldn't be further from the truth. It's like, it's even flipped. It's do you know, it's hard, man. It's hard to explain. I don't even want to divulge in my past relationship and stuff like that. Like I said, I broke away, and like I say, we split up on amicable terms.
Oh,
that's what I found. That's what I found really strange.
Stacey's in the box, Alex.
Oh, Stacey, one sec.
I'll leave you with her.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Twinkle.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Right, I just want to quickly just say one thing. But you're saying that Tony's made Pearl look stupid. But do you know what made Pearl look stupid? When she came on and made that comment about she will always take a woman's side over a man's, and no one forced Pearl to come on the app and say what she said. She done that off her own back.
Maybe that was something to do with me when I said to, when me and Pearl had an argument, because obviously I didn't know any of this. Before anyone jumps the gun, I want to just correct something here, please. Let me just please correct this, because I need to correct this, right? Obviously, I was unaware what Pearl had been told, the lies that she'd been told off the app, yeah? Mm-hmm. But if you remember a couple of days ago, Stace, I said to her, she goes, "Oh, Alex, there's stuff you don't want to be coming to the app." And I thought it was just the Frankie stuff, you know. I didn't know that Pearl had been told these lies. So I was saying to Pearl, "Yeah, bring it to the app, say it online, I don't care, because I didn't know that was ever, them lies were ever told to Pearl, Stace. I'm going to have to be honest there, you know what I mean? And I didn't even know that was ever said. So for me
Right.
saying to Pearl, bring it to the app, then I ain't got nothing to worry about. Like, I didn't know that was said to Pearl, so I have to be honest there, you know.
Right, I get you're saying that, right, but then you've got to just think about what you just said a couple of days ago. So what prompted her tonight to then come on and brand you, which she branded you all over the app in front of all them people?
I don't know.
Exactly. I think you're just too nice, Alex. I think you need to realise what's happened. You need to realise who's there for you, and you just need to pick yourself up, dust yourself off and get on with what you're doing. And just leave them in the past. That's what I think.
It's just mad that I still have a lot of respect in it. It's hard, and then there's been people going around the app trying to escalate things between me and Pearl. Like I said the other day, and I said on my live, like, I'm not going to speak about anything anymore, like, and I've got no grievances with anyone. I'm just moving forward, and then there's people going around just trying to egg things, and it's just not needed. None of it's needed.
And you know what? You're always going to get them people. Always going to get them people like kings of kings that are just want to sit in boxes and try and impress people. So they will carry things on, and things will get dragged all over, and you will never be able to just sit on your platform and be at peace, because there's always people there that's going to try and destroy that for you. You've got to make the decision to walk away and cut them off completely.
Yeah. It's just
Do you know what I
hard, isn't it?
mean? It's all for the drama, it is. But that's all I wanted to say. But just know that we're all here for you anyway. All right?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you, Stace.
Nah, you're all right.
It's been a mad day, innit? Alright, okay, we just change that, guys. I just think the timings. I mean, you've seen today, Pete. I've had people coming for me all day, and all I've done is had an honest opinion on things that I've seen on the app, and it's honestly, it's crazy. Like today, I've had multiple people going at me, and all I'm trying to do is build my platform back to where it was. And honestly, it's just hard. It seems to be like as soon as you try and do something well and step away from this toxic back and forth drama. Yeah, I had my opinion on things and stuff, but that's where it stops. I've had my opinion, I move on. I don't have any hatred for anyone. It's just mad. You know this was going to happen, mate. Just ride it out, honestly. You got this. I didn't know it was going to happen, you know. I knew there was going to be a little bit of a... I knew Pearl was going to come online and speak, because everyone's entitled to come on live and say how they feel and whatnot. But I didn't know this was what the stuff that was told to her off the app, you know. I'm shocked, because I thought she would have known me a little bit better. But obviously, she never met me, has she? So you don't know what happens behind closed doors, let's be honest. But definitely not. Definitely not. There hasn't even been times where I've wanted. I even thought it's even crossed my mind. I've been aggressive, and I've gone, oh my god, like I've had enough. Why this? Why that? You know what I mean? You know when you're angry and you've had arguments and stuff. But when people talk about aggression and aggressive, it doesn't mean it's physical, and it doesn't mean it's trying to intimidate anyone. Raising a voice or saying, "Oh, shut up, man," that's classed as aggressive. But that doesn't make you an abuser. It doesn't make you a DV perpetrator. Telling someone to shut up or get out my face or leave me alone is in a raised voice doesn't make you anything. And if that's what you believe a DV perpetrator is, then yeah, I'm definitely one of them then. Because I've in my relationship I've said, God, just get out my face, leave me alone, and I've shouted. That doesn't make me a DV perpetrator at all. So you can believe what you want, and people can believe what they want, you know. Because do you know what it is? Like, it just seems to be that the people that already dislike me are going to run with it anyway and say, yeah, well, I've always had that inkling of Alex. I mean, that person that jumped in Angie's box earlier saying, oh, but Alex this, Alex is this, Alex, and this ain't me coming for anyone, right? And I'm just going to say this because there was a narrative that got spun in Angie's live earlier from that person that jumped into a box, and she said, oh, yeah, but Alex made you feel a certain way, Angie, and you was going to fucking, you was SHing and he was laughing at you SHing. No, that was not the case. That was a lie as well. I never laughed at her SHing at all. Show the proof. And the situation was when the aftermath, and then she come live in the morning and laughed and said she triggered everyone. And that ain't me coming at Angie, because you know what, I owe her some sort of respect tonight. But like I said, that's what happened. So stop trying to use Angie's situation on this situation. They're not relatable at all. They are not relatable at all. And even if me and Angie, right, had a back and forth and I was laughing, even if I laughed at Angie doing something to herself, right, even though I never would, does that make me a DV perpetrator? Does that make me someone that that's committed DV because I'd laughed at another person? Does that really? Was that what you was trying to spin? Because obviously you're saying I've laughed at Angie, does that make me a DV perpetrator, really? Definitely not. Not even in the slightest, and they're unrelatable. They're unrelatable situations. It's so frustrating and it just makes me so angry. Protect your own mental health. The thing is, no one really cares about anyone's mental health, you know? Especially not men's mental health anyway, let me be honest with you. Men's mental health, no one gives a shit about it on this app. And do you know what? And I've witnessed that for the past few months. It doesn't matter. When you see people getting upset, people getting emotional, people breaking down on live, all you hear is just, oh, it's a man. And they'll put your fucking posts out there laughing. You know, like CJ. You know, when things are going shit down, and I'm not even digging him out. I can't even be asked to even have arguments with people anymore. Playing clips of people crying and laughing about it and stuff. You know, it's just strange. And there was questions that that Angie asked earlier. What did she ask? And I'll answer it for her, because there was a question that she needed answering. I can't even think. You know, my head's a shed. I was about to say, there was something that Angie asked about something earlier. She had, but what about this? And I was going to answer it earlier. I was going to jump in the box, but I just didn't want to. I just weren't feeling right to jump up. I don't know. I can't think. Thank you, SB. It's just, honestly, hands up. Because, you know what it is, Artie, right? I've seen it for what it is, you know, on this app. I've seen people break down, and if it's a man, it's like, oh my God, you need to grow up, you're a man. But you know what it is, you know, yeah, we do. I feel like we do have to man up a little bit, you know, because off the app, you just deal with it, don't you? I've had loads of I've had a bad day anyway. In general, I've had a really bad day. But you know what it is, life moves on, don't it? Life moves on. But you know what, it is what it is. I ain't looking for no sympathy act, trust me. I'm definitely not looking for any sympathy act. Because, like I say, my proof will be proven, and then, yeah, when it comes out and that, there's going to be a lot of people with egg on their face, and then it's going to be like, oh yeah, but we was only listening to a potential victim. I'm not talking about Perla, by the way. I'm just saying there's going to be people in the chats. I have to keep correcting my things because people twist it and spin and say I'm talking about Perlo. I'm talking about this person. I'm not. I'm talking about the people in the chats that was like, oh yeah, he's definitely done it. Yeah, when the truth comes out, you're gonna look stupid. But you already would have been blocked from my room anyway, so you don't need to apologise to me. You'd already been blocked. I don't want to hear any sorries and stuff. It's just hard, you know. This app screws people's mental health up quite a lot. It is, Bubbles, and I just tried to come back and just do my thing, do my lives and stuff. And yeah, okay, I'm definitely not innocent in things that I've done on this app, you know. I've always been the person to admit it and that. But I know Yorkshire Mixed, it's just hard, isn't it? Because, like I say, I ain't going into it, but I will tell you one situation because I feel like everyone's sharing things, so I'm going to share something to you. Right. Apart from, obviously, real-life friends and stuff, There was one person, and I'm not. You can call names out in the chat, right? You can call names out, but I'm never going to answer this question. So you can throw names out. You can put your 2 pence in. I'm never going to answer this to anyone, right? The other night, I'm not talking about anyone off the app that I know in real life or anything like that, right? The other night, I spoke to someone, and it wasn't even that deep, really. I just spoke to him and said, look, I felt that I haven't got anyone to trust. I've only got real life people. I don't know who I can trust on the app anymore. And it was one person that I thought I could really trust. And it seems to be that a situation that wasn't even that deep escalated and got sent to someone else. And then it went to someone else, and then someone else escalated off the back of it. But it wasn't even anything major. It was just the fact is, I just thought that me speaking out and just saying like a situation that was going on in their lives and whatnot, that really I just don't understand it. Things just escalated and stuff. So, and that was the last person I thought that actually on the app that I could actually trust creator-wise, you know. Well, it is what it is, and if you're not gonna guess, and you're not gonna think who it is, so don't think that you can fucking guess names, because I promise you now, I'm not gonna tell you. I don't want people to be guessing names anyway, but yeah, that's what I mean. It's a shame, innit, you know. It's a shame, but it is what it is. Have you ever met these people? No. Shadow Nikki, I haven't, you know. I haven't met these people. Sometimes I just feel that I was always a firm believer with this app that you could meet people on the app and be friends in the real world. And I know it's happened to a lot of people. I just don't think it's ever happened to me, you know, where I've received what I've given back to the app, you know, when it comes to friendships and stuff. You know, I've given a lot to people, and you know what happens. It is what it is, isn't it? You probably find these people. What's that? You probably find these people you thought least will be there for you the most. Do you know what? Like I said, there's been a few people that obviously don't like me and I don't speak to, that have had my back tonight and said they don't believe it. And I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate that. And like I said, I've named the people. I haven't seen what Sophie Bailey said. I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't seen it. But if she has said something positive, I really appreciate it. Zach also, like I said, me and Zach do not get on. Like he said, I'm like a bed of nails. He doesn't like me. But I also do appreciate people seeing things for what it actually is. Angie as well, she actually played devil's advocate. She didn't get too involved, even though she doesn't like me. You know, multiple people, Corey as well, and every single person that's messaged me. I really appreciate it. Everyone else that's reached out. There was a few people that actually reached, that I expected to reach out, that hasn't, and I'm quite surprised. Oh yeah, No Face as well. Sorry, No Face. Yes, sorry. You're right. No Face reached out. Fair play. Sorry, and Hayley Comet as well. There's loads of people that's reached out, guys. There's so many creators that's reached out. You know, my head's a shed at the moment. My head's a shed. It's just honestly. The question that I'll ask you, right? I've gone through a breakup twice on this app, right? And I want you to ask this question. If I was this person, I go live calling out DV perpetrators. I've gone after Brummy Arkid constantly, Diadro, multiple other creators that have committed DV, right? And I've gone through a toxic breakup twice. No, sorry, the last one wasn't toxic actually. With Tony, it was amicable. It was a nice, kind of a nice breakup. So, if that was the case, then don't you think I would have been exposed by now by calling out DV perpetrators, saying it's a bit rich? You speaking on that. If you're one of them yourself, do you know what I mean? It's just, it says it all, don't it? For me, it says, gives you a bigger picture on what's going on. How you doing, CG? You okay? Well, you know, I'm not going to divulge into my relationship, but that's another fucking whatever. I'm not even going to get into it though. Definitely not for this app. This situation will show you who you can rely on. 100% Carmelto, 100%. It's opened my eyes up, you know. Today's opened my eyes up. I've seen people that come in my live, literally switch off the back of no proof, because there never will be any proof. There'll never be any proof that I've done anything because it didn't happen. And I've seen people switching up, and people saying, is there any proof? No, I've not seen any proof. And the people go, oh, but we believe it anyway. Well, that just says a lot, don't it? Says a lot about people. But that you just purposely will just believe anyone that says anything on this app. And you could potentially ruin a person's life off the back of that, you know. And it's not even true in the slightest. Corey wants you in his box. I just can't, do you know what it is? I just can't believe it, guys. I just really can't believe what's been said. I really genuinely can't believe it, because I don't know, man. I just really don't know. Thank you, Emily Faith. I don't trust me. I've got a lot of screenshots as well. That's what I've been trying to do, Baguette. I've been trying to go live and just do my own thing, create my own show, create my own lives, and you know what, just do that for myself, because I needed to break away, because it seemed to me that everyone was agreeing on the same things, and even if I had difference of opinion, I didn't want to feel like my mind was going to be trying to react differently, because it's not how I truly felt, because I didn't want to hurt people's feelings. So I stepped away, even though I speak to people and still friends and that. On the app, I've just decided I need to do my own thing and have my own opinions, and no one is telling me what to do. I can assure you now, not one person is telling me what to do on this app. However, I needed to be free and have my own opinions. I just needed to just be free and just say, you know what, there's certain opinions I see from friends that I don't agree with, and I have to be genuine with myself. But it's just hard, you know. I know what's going to happen anyway. I know my platform's going to go well, because I'm going to put all the effort into it I can. I've got more free time now anyway, so I'll put some effort into. I'll put some effort into the platform, and then whatever will be, you know. It's just I don't know, man. I just don't understand it. I really don't understand it. If Corey has Alex is back privately. Thank you, Thor. I'm literally dumbstruck by today. Do you know what? This is more of a mind. Do you know what? I just don't understand it. You really think now I'd be on here now because of what's gone on and the crap that I've had? You really think I've just come back to the app and all this? I don't even want to talk about why I left the app, because people are saying things that is not true, but I'm not going out of respect, so I'm not going to come to the app and bring it up or anything. But like I say, it's just hard. I don't know what happened, but you're okay. Lady Nicola, was that the answer to that is was. Yeah, I'm okay, Thor. I'm okay. Thank you, Kirsten. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Tracer. But do you know what, guys? I don't know where to go from it. Go from here now. Thank you, Maz. I don't know where to go through on this app anymore. I'm going to be honest with you. I know it's not a big speech making people feel sorry for me, saying, "Oh my God, you know, Alex is leaving. It's this and that." It's not about that, guys. It's just hard, you know. It's just really, really hard. I just don't know where to go. Because if people are so switchy and easy to believe lies, what's the next lie that's going to come out about someone? Or is someone going to come on the app and say they was with me, or this and that, or you know, what's the next thing that I'm going to have to go live about and discuss? And you know, it just seems to be that I didn't want to be involved in drama. Yeah, okay, I had opinions on things earlier, but that was about it. The thing is, how's life? Do you want me to be totally honest with you? I think if I take more time off, I'll never come back now. Because it was hard for me to come back on the app, really. Because I was so... my mind was like, yeah, I don't need TikTok. You know, it's you know... Even though I miss people, I miss doing my lives, I didn't really need it. But I do know now, if I left the app now, I wouldn't come back because of the stuff that's gone on. And people choose to believe it. It's just, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know where you're going now?
I just don't know. I just don't know.
Well, I know. You're not going anywhere, so what you're going to do is you're going to go and pull your big boy pants up. You're going to go and get yourself some sleep. Then you're going to wake up in the morning, you're going to carry on doing your FYP like you normally do. Fuck everybody else on here, Alex. Do your own thing.
Do you know what it is, Stace? I'm going to be totally honest with you. I just know that I'm not going to sleep because my mind, as you know, Stace, my mind plays tricks on me when, like, you know, I overthink things. And I'm thinking, why was this done to me? That's all I've been thinking about all day. Why has this been done to me?
Well, do you know what? See, rather than think why it's been done to you, just think, no, the worst thing's been done to you. Nothing else can happen. She's called you the worst of the worst. It's done. You've done it. You've got your support. Now, fuck them. Do your own thing. Stay in your own lane.
It's just, I don't know, man.
Trust me, look at all the support in here, Alex. Not one negative comment have I seen in here.
Oh, no. It's just, I don't get it, man. I just don't know what to say, you know. I'm just shocked. Honestly, I'm so shocked with it. You really think I'd be up here defending myself? I'd just go, you know what, I'm leaving the app. I just can't be arsed. But do you know what? I'm not going to have that on my name. Just, you know what I mean? You can call me whatever you want. You can call me aggressive or whatever. You can say a lot about me. But I just don't want people to believe that. There's a lot of people in my life that have probably gone through that. And I don't want people to go, you know what? I don't want to be around him because he's that, you know what I mean? But that's not the case at all.
I get that, but you know what? As a survivor myself, I can honestly sit and say that you've never gave me one red flag. There's never been anything where I thought, oh my God, Alex is that. Do you know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure if they've gone through it themselves, us survivors have got an intuition. We see things that no other people see.
And do you know the mad thing as well? It's even people like I said, someone said there, even people like Zach the Brat, even speaking out and reaching out saying he don't believe it at all.
And then doesn't that no show you then, Alex, that all these people that you sit and defend on a daily that have not had your back on the app, and it takes somebody that you've had beef with to stand up for you, that's got to tell you something.
How you doing, Michael? You okay? I know, Crochet Queen, it's just hard, isn't it?
Vibe and chill once in, right? I'm going to jump down, but you're not going anywhere. I won't let you.
And thank you, Stace.
All right.
How you doing, Terry James? It's just going to be tomorrow. It's going to be FYPs talking about this again, and the thing is, it's just going to make other people believe what's been going on and stuff. Because, like I said, I don't want to be jumping in boxes every day defending myself. I just can't be arsed, man. I just want to do my own thing and just do my own lives and do my own thing. I just can't be bothered to jump in lives all day, every day about this sort of situation. It's just... Thank you, Tina. Thank you. I really appreciate the messages. It's just... I know I've seen people that don't like me saying, oh, how can everyone just say they believe Alex and don't believe her? Well, unfortunately, the one person that did say that earlier in the live, you was in the box when you questioned her before, and she said that I've never laid a hand on her. So that just goes to show how spiteful you are, Felicity. You know. And don't think you're just a woman sticking up for a woman, because you was in the box back in the day with Tony, when all that was going off, and Tony said that I've never laid a hand on her. So you know what you're doing. Instead of actually literally fucking standing on what's right, even if you don't like me, you was in that box when she said it. So there you go. I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it, guys. There was no need to comment stuff like that and be spiteful and stuff. Thank you, Lynn. I just don't get it. I'll speak to Frankie, Yorkshire Mixture. I spoke to him. But like I say, whoever I speak to, like I said it on my live earlier, whoever I'm speaking to, or whatever I'm doing, or what, it's just no one's business. I'm just flowing on the app, just doing my own thing, and that's all I need. So, did you go? Thank you, Shadonika. We're here no matter what. Just ignore that. It's just, honestly, it's just hard. But like I say, I don't know hate to anyone. I know there's people going to be disappointed with what's gone on, but I don't know hate to anyone. I just want people to see for what, I want people to see it for the actual, for what it is, Like I said, this would have come out many, many times before. This would have all came out, if this was true, when I cheated. And when everyone had her in the box and there was questioning her, and she was like saying, "Oh, is this and that? Is the worst of the worst?" And I don't care. He's a prick. You know what I mean? All that stuff. And they all questioned her back then and said that, "Oh, has he ever been aggressive or done anything to you?" He's going, "Yeah, we've argued and that, but he's never once laid his hands on me or anything." It speaks volumes. And that's the time that she hated me the most. She hated me the most. And this breakup now recently was non-toxic. You want to know how non-toxic it was? We split up, right? And this people know this. We split up, and we said that there's just nothing there anymore, right? I just said to her, "There's nothing there anymore. You can feel it as well," and that. And she went, "Oh, okay, if that's how you feel, right?" And then she said to me, "Can you look after the dog?" Obviously, we had a dog. We've got a dog, and you know what I mean. The dog's with her. I said, "Yeah, I'll have the dog." She was going away to her mum's. Don't even know why I'm telling you all this. She's going to her mum's, and can you have the dog at the house? So I stayed in the house for a few days while she was away. Like I said, there was no animosity. There was no thingy. And then as soon as she got back, she turned and started being nasty. When she found out that obviously I was seeing someone at the time, I was with someone at the time, she turned nasty. And you know what, I get upset when people move on, and I understand that, but there was no need for this. There was no need for any of this at all. There really wasn't. Should have just let me just move on with my life, and thank you. How you doing, Shazila? You good? It's just stressful, man. It's just stressful. Nothing worse than a scorned woman. I don't know. I'll see you in a bit, Jackie. Thank you. Do you know what? I don't want people to stand. Do you know what it is? I appreciate everyone standing by me, but I want people just to stand by the truth and just see it for what it is. I know, Claire. Do you know what it is? It's just hard because that's the only way I can deal with things. It used to be back in the day, like, do you know, I'm never going to get into it. Thank you, Observer, for YouTube. Like I said, if people can find them recordings, I'd really appreciate it, because it helps my case with the messages I'm getting as well, so I just find it strange. Thank you, Reno. Or, but like I say, guys, you can all make your own opinions, and and I just don't think that it warrants me to be labelled this ever, because I've had an argument with someone. I've never once laid a hand on her. So, Serena, the recordings where Tony was in the boxes back in the day, when the cheating thing happened, and she was in there, and people was questioning her, and she was going, "I hate him. He's a prick. I hope he dies," and all that stuff. But then when they questioned her and said that, "Oh, has he ever laid a hand on you? Has he been aggressive to you?" She said, "No, that's the one thing he hasn't been. He has never laid his hand on me." So, there you go. I'm trying to think. Oh, the TNFYP, it was a few lives. I don't even know. Oh, thank you, Clay. You didn't have to do that. I don't know. You remember Serena, don't you? There's loads of people that remember it. I've had literally so many messages saying, "I remember that lives. I remember the lives that she was in. I remember her repeatedly saying." I got people after text messages saying, "Look, she's saying it here that you've never hurt her. You've never laid a hand on her." Was it Kelly's live? Oh, it might have been Kelly's live. I'm sure. Nah, Levi's was not long ago. She tried to go to Levi and stuff, and it's just I don't know. It's just bullshit, isn't it? It's just bullshit. I don't know, I can't remember who's live. Apparently people are saying it was Irish Kelly's, I don't know, I don't even know. But even Irish Kelly to pipe up and start saying that about, what did she say? She said she was in a refuge. What is she on about? Tony was in a refuge? When the hell has Tony been in a refuge? She's been in the same property ever since I've known her. She's been there for about 12 years. She's on about a refuge? Fucking hell. Fucking Irish Kelly needs to fucking let her grow her hair or something, the weird, strange woman. Fucking strange one. Needs to laugh something, she does. Fucking refuge. Jesus. It's just, I don't know, man. This is what I mean, Nick, and that's true. This is why men don't reach out. Like I said earlier, I said, you know what, I ain't even going to say I was in a DV relationship because I wasn't. Definitely was not. Like I said, yeah, okay, she'd hit me twice in 10 years, and you know what? Yeah, it wasn't DV. It definitely wasn't. It was just two occurrences, different times. But like I said, this is the reason why men don't speak out, because instantly people jumped on it and said, oh, he's only saying that now, and you know, he's only saying that now because she's accused him of it and that blah blah blah. But I'm pretty sure I've got messages. I'd have to go back through the old messages on the WhatsApp and that from back in the day, where I'm pretty sure I remember messaging saying that, oh, yeah, remember, you're the one that laid hands on me, I've never laid my hands on you. I'm pretty sure I've got these on messages from probably about a year or 2 years ago. I'd have to have a look through my messages. I'm pretty sure I do have their messages. I'll have to have a look through it. So, if I get them, that proves everything, don't it? That literally proves everything. So, but what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to jump down now. I want to find out some of these, look for these messages and that. And I do appreciate everyone that's actually had their own mind. And just because you dislike me or whatnot, you've actually made your own mind up here. And you know, yeah, you only are listening to my side. However, I mean, come on, like let's be totally honest here. Let's see it for what it actually is. I won't be getting any sleep, guys. There's no chance I'm getting any sleep, I can assure you now. Like I said, when I've got things in my mind, I can't sleep. Thank you, Claire. When I've got things on my mind, I won't sleep. So, thank you, Chaos. But yeah, if you see me tomorrow or you see me, guys, alright? Yeah, I'll just see what happens, innit? I'll just see what happens. But I really do appreciate it, guys. I do appreciate you all.